Hey everyone, welcome to J-Boat. Today's content is a bit different from what we usually do. Today we will be reviewing tennis. I will be telling you about how I feel about it, what should you expect if you happen to start, and go over the main aspects of starting a new hobby, especially focusing on tennis. So let's start. So let's start with the main question. Should you start playing tennis? Should you start playing tennis as an adult, around 30 years old or whatever? I would like to answer this question in a few aspects. The first one will be the cost aspect, and the second one will be the expectations, because I think it's one of the most important aspects in what do you expect to reach and how long are you going to dedicate your time in the sport. So let's start with the cost aspect. So in order to play tennis, you need a racket. So this is my first racket. The string is popped out. It was a, let's say, a beginner one, not a really cheap one, but I bought this for $80. So I used it for 2 good months. I think 60 days of my training is for what this one. It's like from a brand in Turkey that we buy cheap sporting equipments. Then recently I upgraded to this racket. It's from Wilson. It should be Clash V2. I paid around $320 for this one. It's a really nice one. I mean, to be honest, I don't know the difference yet between this one and the previous one, but I can say the shots are going more powerful. I don't know if it should feel like this, but yes. The racket will cost you around $80 to going up to, I don't know, $300, $400. I don't know the pricing in your country, but that's pretty much it. And let's go with the tennis balls. So you will have to buy many tennis balls. There are some ones that I didn't even open, and the ones that I open, because they worn out pretty fast, you need to keep buying them. And 3 tennis ball cost around $10, so $10 or $9, I don't know. They don't seem to be coming really cheap, and from time to time, because you're hitting to the sky or whatever, you lose some of them and they get worn out pretty fast, I think. So that's also a cost estimation you should keep your eye on to when starting tennis. And the next one is shoes. I think it's a really important aspect. Yes, you can play it with your let's say your normal sport shoes, but my normal sport shoe, it's from Under Armour. So when I started playing tennis, look what happened to the sides of the shoe. This also happened with the left one, but the side of my shoes just ripped out because of the constant stops and starts and everything. So I strongly suggest with going with tennis shoes. It's also from the let's say cheap brand that I went and bought these shoes. It feels nice. The grip is stronger on the tennis court, and it also cost around $100, even for a, let's say, off-brand one. So the branded ones will be like Nike, Adidas and stuff like that. It will be more expensive. So and also, in order to carry those stuff, you will need a bag. Because my court is in my housing estate, I don't need a bag. So, but you will also need to spend around like 50 to 100 bucks if you plan to buy a bag that you can carry your racket around, because most of the bags you will have hard times fitting these inside. So let's go on with the court prices. For me, it's I made a small research. I don't know the real exact prices. It's like based on the municipality court prices. So it's roughly around $10 to $15. Most of the let's say cheap ones. It varies a lot based on where you play, but depending on each training, maybe you don't have to go to a court for each training. For example, for a wall training, you don't have to rent a court. You can just work on a wall, so it doesn't have to be a rental. But yeah, if you have a court, yeah, just go use it. And after that, the coach. I think you will need a coach because like I'm posting my videos here on regular basis, and there are some amazing people who are taking their time to watch and review the content, tell me about what should I improve, like yes, you should turn like this, you should put your hand like that and stuff like that, anything that will the coach tell to you. So for me, I'm not the guy who likes to train with a coach. I like to get the, let's say, instruction, work on it, fix it, then move to the next improvement. So for me, in the last 2-3 months, I only had 11 lessons, and for each lesson I paid around $30. So that's the average price in Turkey. I can say for the tennis price, and considering we don't pay for the court, the prices should be the court price and the coach price, so roughly about $50 should be as a base estimation. So adding all of that, adding everything on top of that, if I paid for the court, I would have spent around $2,000 in the last 2-3 months for learning playing tennis. And my actual prices, let's say, is around $1,000. And also I bought some other stuff to help me, let's say, train or keep things more organized. I've also bought a ball basket. It's keeping things tidy and keeping all the balls organized, because once you start to buy many balls, you're starting to lose them. Keeping them in their cans is starting to feel like a really hassle. So I moved on with a ball basket. It was around $30 or something. So that's the cost aspect of the sport. If you like to start, you can reduce the cost. You can just go with a basic racket, buy 3 balls, maybe I don't know, maybe a tennis shoe, and you can, let's say, comfortably start around like a $200. Just pay the coach price. They provide you most of the time with the, let's say, balls and everything, every other equipment you need. But I think it's safe to say that you can start cheap and check if you like it or not. But I can't say it's super cheap. It do have some requirements, because as you play you will notice a better racket. Probably I didn't notice it yet, but a better racket, changing the strings and stuff like that is a must. So yeah, I can't say it's super expensive, but I can say also it's super cheap. So moving forward with one more section, we have expectations. So expectations, what are you expecting to achieve while playing tennis? So let's go over with the expectations. I think it's one of the most important part. I have some people who started learning tennis just like me, but they're, let's say, casually going to a tennis club, going once a week, twice a week, and doing their training, 1 hour training, leaving and just closing the tennis time there, spending just 2 hours, 1 hour in a week. And their expectation is just to put, say, basic rallies, some casual play, and be active in addition to their work life. For me, when I start a hobby, I would like to get really good at it. Like also I used to play, let's say, esport, not esport level, but in gaming I always played ranked. I hated playing casual. It felt pointless to me. So in terms of that, the tennis is, I was expecting to play my first match in a month. It didn't happen. I wanted to, let's say, hit really good shots. I do sometimes, but it's, I don't know, maybe 10% of the time, and most of the time it's at the net or at the sky. So tennis is like, let's say, really humbling one. It's a really humbling experience. It goes slow, and when you want to go fast, you will have, let's say, pain in your body because you can't push. I like to overtrain, but it will hurt your shoulders, you will hurt your back, you will hurt your knee. So you need to respect the timing. You need to let your body rest. You need to, let's say, give time to learn it. And if your expectation is just to spend few hours on tennis, play it casually in a tennis club, and just play it for fun, I think it's a super nice sport for many people because it will keep you active, more or less. And at the end of the day, you will be playing a sport. If you continue for 2-3 years more, you will learn it. Eventually you will learn it, and you will be playing in a casual level. You will be having fun. You will be playing with your friends. I think it's a perfect sport For competitive wise, if you I think it's a perfect sport, because if you lose it's on you, if you win it's on you also, so there's no one to blame. I think it's a great sport in terms of that. I wish I started when I was younger, but as they say, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is now. So I started now, not now, but 2 months ago. Anyway, so it's a great sport for the competitive feeling, and it will be a healthy addition to your life, more or less. And so I think 80% go for it. You will like it. You will be doing it in the long term, unless you have, let's say, problem on the cost side. Beside that, just go for it. I'm also posting some of my match replays. You will see in time I will be getting better, because that's what I do on most of the things I learn. I like to get better, and I don't like to play things on an average level. So, but tennis is a really humbling experience for me. Just saying, slow down. You need to give it some time if you want to get better. So I will be testing that out. And for the time expectations, I think you will need roughly 6 months from, that's what I read from internet and what I feel. I think you need roughly 6 months to say that I can play a basic match. I don't know, it feels like that after my 2-3 months. I mean, I will be feeling probably very much better in the following months, but I can say a 6 months expectations for a casual play is, let's say, a good estimation for many people. So, how I feel after 3 months of having tennis in my life. So in the last 45 days especially, I was giving a lot of my time to tennis. I'm coming from work, going for a training, and sometimes with a coach, sometimes with myself, and I can say it puts your life in order. It makes me have a goal. I would like to go on, play some matches, arrange some matches, win some matches hopefully in future. And I can say I'm feeling more quick, better, more organized. It keeps you active. It keeps you, let's say, I don't know, it improves your agility and stuff. It's a nice sport, I can say. I kind of like the experience of learning. You can say it's going really slow. The learning curve is really, you don't feel like you're learning a lot. You train, and you learn a really small part. But it's feeling nice. You feel that you're learning. You're not like stuck in a plateau or something like that. Most of the time, I mean, if you consider comparing a week to week, you see some small differences. In terms of that, yeah, that's pretty much what I can say about tennis. It's nice, and I'm playing in a really hot weather right now. I think it will be really more fun to play in a close court in a, let's say, more mild temperatures. But let's see. We will be talking about those details maybe next month, maybe 2 months later, and etc. So on the closing thoughts, should you start playing tennis? I'll say yes, a clear yes, because it's good for the casual player, it's good for the competitive player. Only the cost aspect could be, let's say, one of the deciding factors. You could go cheap, but they say I don't know, I heard it from a coach, the cheap rackets don't, let's say, absorb the shock that much, and it hurts your shoulder. I don't know the medical part of it, and I do have pain on my shoulder actually before, but I used this racket for 2 months. I didn't have any feel. I don't know how long does it take to get that tennis elbow, whatever they call it, but I didn't have a problem with it yet, and I moved to a new racket. So it's, let's say, my word wouldn't be the best advice here. And the only, let's say, downside, if you like to experience new stuff, do I like it, do I like this and stuff like that, maybe tennis is not the sport you get to fully enjoy in a 2-week, 3-week or a month. There are other things you can, let's say, get into more quickly. This one needs more dedication. But as I said in the previous sections, I used to play football. I stopped because it was giving me back pains after every match. And tennis, I'm playing with some, let's say, random people. I lost again a 60-year-old. He was running, he was hitting the ball and stuff like that. It keeps you active on a casual level, and that's pretty much it for today's content. It's my first video of, let's say, reviewing a hobby that I do. I wanted to keep it shorter, but the words brought words and I talked about many things. But it will be a, let's say, type of content I will be doing after I'm learning a new series. So just to give you guys an idea of what should you expect after 2 months, how much would it cost, and etc. We've talked about all of them. And yeah, I'll be happy to hear your comments on it. I also would like to hear how you like this series, what can we add to, let's say, improve this one, what details should be additionally mentioned, like you would like to hear about this and that and stuff. So we will be improving also this series as we go. As you know, this is a new YouTube channel. I'll be recording my hobbies and everything and keep you updated on everything I do. So thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Probably it will be longer than the other series, but maybe in a month or two I'll see you in the next update. Thank you.